How's it going?
Uh,
There we go. Yeah,
yeah,
we can
hello.
hear you, JP.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. Really excited and also nervous at the same time. How about you guys? How's it going?
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, nothing to be nervous about. We don't bite.
Awesome. It's good. So, I think I'll be the only one from the team who'll be attending today's AMA. There has been some situation with some of the core team that they need to attend to. So hopefully I can
Okay.
provide all the information, right, to potential investors out there.
Okay, awesome, JP. Well, if you're ready, I'll start the record and introduce you, and we can go into
Yeah,
the
sure.
Rocket Raccoon project.
Sure thing.
Welcome to the Wellcoin Talk community. I'm Glenn, your host. Today we have Rocket Raccoon joining us. Rocket Raccoon's got a launchpad. There's lotteries, NFT collectibles, staking farm pools, NFT marketplace planned. So yeah, we can go into all that shortly. But first, can you introduce yourself, JP?
Yeah. Yeah, my name is JP. It's just a nickname, but basically I am part of a team, not really part of a core team. So what I do is I help them to be their spokesperson. Some of the core, most of the team or core member doesn't speak fluent English, so that's where I came in. I do provide the needed help in conveying their thoughts to the community, but also at the same time, I act as a consultant right now, like a marketing consultant, wherein I give my insights on how to proceed with such marketing tactics.
JP. So yeah, maybe we can start with the launchpad plan for Rocket Raccoon. You need to stake to take part in project launches. Is there like a minimum stake? And I think it was round one and round two, where round one you needed to stake for 90 days. Round two, anyone can get involved with the whitelist spots on the launchpad.
Yes. So, as for the specific amount of token, the team is still debating on the amount. It all depends on the actual market cap or the amount of BNB raised on the fair launch. And so I mean, the team are still debating if we should already set a fixed price. But then again, I would like to see first how the fair launch will go. And then before the launch on PancakeSwap, we will be announcing the details for the staking on how many tokens that you can stake in order for you to participate in the first round, and also for the second round. Obviously it will be it'll depend on the project, because there will be other projects that would give away some whitelist stuff. So I'd also like to give a little bit of background about the team or the project, Glenn. I'm not sure if some of the new guys out here who's listening are aware that we do have like version one or initial project last year. And so having a launch pad is really one of the vision of the team. And if you were part of the first version of Rocket Raccoon, you know that we were able to partner up with a project that was able to provide this utility to our community within just a span of 3 days. But then again, we were heavily reliant on that partnership, in which case obviously it didn't really provide some good stuff to our community. So we took it upon us, right? The team deliberate for a couple months, and right now we've managed to do it by ourselves. We provided our own launch pad, which will be accessible to our community and also other utilities as well.
Great, JP. If we can maybe go into some details of Launchpad, how it works for projects. Have you been talking to projects and partnerships around the Launchpad, and how much would it cost for projects to launch on the pad? And what's the breakdown of the profits? Would some go to investors of the Rocket Raccoon, and some for marketing, some for LP, or buyback and burns?
Yeah. All right. So, as for some of the partnership of the project, we like to keep it a tight lip first, right? The team will definitely announce some of the initial partnership or some of the project that will launch on the launch pad. So there are still the things that need to be finalized, but there are at least one or two project that's already, I would say, on the final stage. We've since started negotiation a couple weeks back, so we could provide a community project that they could invest. Obviously, the vision is to provide them with a safe project. And as for the specific on how much a project can or how much it would cost for a project to list their project on the launch pad. I don't have the specific details of it. However, I would park that question. Hopefully, in the next coming days, we will have another scheduled AMA, probably in our group. Then we could also post it in our main TG, right? And also allow ourselves to be exposed to other interested party who would like their project to be listed on the launchpad. And as for the tokenomics or mechanics, right? For every project that's going to be listed on Launchpad, the fees that the team will collect, it will be used to buy back old rock token. So this will be the V1 and it will be burned. So it's like our burning mechanism so that the V1 holders, right, they could still start trading. Right now, that is the outline that the team would like to provide to our community, right? That we really didn't abandon the V1 holders, but this project is a continuation of it. And so for every project that's successfully launched on the launch pad, the fees there will be used to buy back and burn some old road tokens.
TJP, and is everyone from the V1 being airdropped? So you've already built up a community, so it's great for the V2 launch.
That's actually a good question. So I've also asked the team about the airdrop, but for now, there has been no final say about an airdrop. The plan is to, really build the ecosystem first, right? Migrate some of the V1 holders to the V2 through this fair launch. As for any airdrop, there has been none that was said to me by the core team. So unfortunately, yeah, there's no airdrop for now. But as for how the V1 holders would benefit for this project, it would be through the burning mechanism. That would be through the fees coming from the successful project on the launch pad.
Great, JP. And you've also got some good games in there. You're going to be doing a lottery, NFT collectibles that investors can win, and a prediction comp for B&B price, whether it's rising or falling, in the Telegram.
Yes, that is correct. I mean, we would like to, take it step by step, and so for the first step that would like to accomplish, right, would like to make sure that our launch pad will be successful. Will garner some interest from project owners, right? We are proactively reaching out to potential project owners as well, so that we'll have a lot more project listed. And also at the same time, since we are trying to build our own decks, we simply just look up to one of the few decks out there in the BSC space, obviously, PCS, right? And so they do have this prediction game, and I think that would bring in a lot of interest outside of PCS, right? And by integrating some prediction game, not not only our community can swap the token, they can also try to play the game. If some of you guys don't know the prediction game, it's similar to PCS prediction, wherein you'll just simply check and see if the price will go up or down, and then there will be a multiplier for the amount of token or money that you'll be putting in. Then if you're correct, then yeah, you'll be given that multiplier. Obviously, since the end goal, we're trying to aim higher, since the end goal here is to achieve a good ecosystem. We've also integrated, or we've managed to integrate a marketplace for NFTs, and also partner up with other project wherein we could also bring some P2E games. So it's also we're trying to do a lot of things, but try to do it step by step. Have that diverse portfolio, on not just simply being a Dex or swap. But I know it's a tall task. Again, during the first project, a lot of people as well doubted if we could achieve and bring utility on our token, and I think we were able to achieve that. And so we felt that we really haven't reached the potential of the project that we envisioned, and so we are trying to continue it. So the team just focused on this project. We didn't do any other project aside from this. So we do have respect for our community, and hopefully the community will still keep supporting it.
JP, and how does the staking work? I think you can lock it between 30 and 180 days. Is there APY you'll get in the Rocket Raccoon token, or was it just for the launch pad so you could be involved in the IDOs?
That's also a good question. For now, I would say that it would be on the launch pad. I'm not really sure about the APY, but there is a case for that one as well, wherein you can stake your rock tokens to have a higher APY, obviously, then earn some free tokens. So that's one way for our community to just simply sit tight, stake their tokens, and they'll earn free rock. But I don't really have the exact detail on the APY. But yeah, we do have that function as well, or option.
Okay, cool. JP, and you've got farming pools as well. How will that work for investors?
Yeah, for certain projects or certain investors, obviously they can create some pool or liquidity pool, right, by pairing some tokens, and then there would be certain projects wherein they will be receiving some free rock as a reward. So for now, that is the only information that I can provide. But later on, I'll be providing, or the team will provide a concise details of it, right? Since the fair launch will run through the whole week of next week, we will be posting all of those details on our main TG, and it'll be on pin messages.
JP, and you're planning an NFT profile system. So that seems really cool, where people can use NFTs as their profile pictures.
Yeah, obviously, we think that it would be a good marketing aspect as well if a lot of our community member will have the Rocket Raccoon NFT, right? Great exposure. Obviously, if they are part of a larger community, um, other people will be able to see it. But aside from that, NFT is very integral to the ecosystem of our project as well. So it's not only for the use of their own profile or PFP, but also at the same time, it will also be listed on our NFT marketplace. And so we're trying to bring that volume into the BSC. I know that right now, if you're into the NFT, you'll be looking at OpenSea, or if you're in Solana, right? You got Magic Eden, but in BSC, we're still, I wouldn't say that there's one that's already on top of the game, but we try to be that project. So that's where the expertise of some of the people that we've onboarded will come in, because we've onboarded a dev that will help us build this NFT marketplace. and also the profile system as well.
Great, JP. And you're planning a P2E game. Have you got the mechanics of how that's going to work for investors? What you're planning? What type of game you're making?
Uh, yeah, that is just one of the plans. Um, right now, I don't have the specific details of what the game would look like, simply because we would like to make sure that this launch will be successful. So, the P2E will most likely be part of Q4, which will be by the end of the year. And so all of the roadmap that we've highlighted should be done within this whole year, or Q3 and Q4. As for the P2E, what P2E game would look like, the mechanics, I don't have the specific details, but hopefully in the next few weeks we could at least provide more details and teaser on what that P2 game is. But for now, we'd like to highlight ourselves or intro ourselves that we're building DEX, a launch pad along with it, and also farming and staking reward.
Hey, great, JP. And you've got buy and sell tax. I think it's 2%. Is it? So it's a low buy and sell tax. You're looking to go to central exchanges in the future.
Yes, that is one of the plan. Obviously, when we did the V1, one of the things that we successfully did was we were able to list it in some sex exchanges, right? And so that would still go on to the V2. So that's also a great way for marketing the project and getting some great volume as well, and getting exposure from those big sex listing. But for now, right after listing in a pancake swap, we're trying to focus on getting listed in CoinGecko, CMC. That's already given for those two, and then we'll be looking into getting listed in a probably tier one, but I guess we'll start out first with some tier two, then tier one sex listings.
Awesome. And I think have you already had the audit by Solid Proof as well?
Yes, that's correct.
Great. And you're planning an NFT marketplace. I'm wondering what you're planning around that, and if you're looking to do an NFT series as well in the project.
Yes, we're looking into that. Or the team actually onboarded a specific dev who will be building that NFT marketplace. So we'll provide some teaser or a screenshot of it once the team probably have given me an access to that. But for now, no immediate details on what the NFT marketplace look like. We will soon integrate it into our website, and you should be stay tuned for that.
Okay. And if investors want to get involved, I think the Pink Sale Fair launches in 2 days. You're looking at
Yes,
a small soft cap, but there won't be a hard cap with a fair launch. Yeah.
yes, that is correct. We initially thought of doing the sale on our own launch pad, right, on our website. But looking back when we've started the V1 or the initial project, it was also Pingsel who helped us. And so I guess it's just a good way to keep the partnership alive and return the favor to them. So we decided to just do the fair launch on Pingsale. um, Basically, a lot of projects have benefited as well from this type of pre-sale or fair launch, and so we try to do it the same thing. And as for the marketing, we've done some pre-launch marketing. If you're on our main TG, you should check us out. We've done some press release articles. It will continue post-launch, and for the span of the fair launch sale for the next week, we'll still have other AMA tours, and also at the same time, we'll have some other influencer tweeting about us as well.
Great. Yeah, I was going to ask about the marketing, what you're planning after launch. around that. But yeah, you mentioned that, and I did see. Yeah, you've got news articles all over the place. So it was really cool for the project. Are you looking to do maybe billboards or Twitter sort of promotions and Reddit and get the Rocket Raccoon project's name out there?
Yes, I would say that those are some of the standard way of marketing a project in this space, but we try to be wise in terms of using the fund that we have right now. Um, if you notice, some of the project that has launched have been posted by some TG influencers, but we try to steer away from that. We try to make sure that the investors that we'll be bringing in is really interested in our project and will stay in the community and will not just look for some quick gain, right? That some of these TG influencers will bring. And so we'll definitely highly focus on promoting or marketing in Twitter. Still focusing on doing the press release, so at least more people will be engaged in reading all the articles. And most importantly, we are also heavily I would say, hopeful on this AMA tour since a lot of people who are joining this AMA can really understand what a project is all about rather than just reading it on the pin messages, right, or on our main Telegram. And it also serves a good way for the team to interact with potential, members or existing community or a community of the project. So yeah, those are the stuff that we're really focusing on.
JP, yeah, it is great to do an AMA and get your name out there with big communities, and also we live stream it on YouTube and then send the recordings over afterwards that you can share with your community if they can't join the call, and we also put that in our main chat as well for people to listen back to. So it definitely helps projects
Yeah.
enormously. Let's move on
hmm
to community questions. Let's see, Syed, you had a question for JP at Rocket Raccoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Okay, so you mentioned about this launch pad. So it got me thinking that will the projects be placed into the tier system for the launch pad depending on the various factors like KYC, is the team doxed, or audit type like certain audit?
yes, that's actually a good question. Was that you, Sayed? Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah. As for the tier system, yeah, there will definitely be a tier system as well. And in terms of the project that will be listed on the launchpad, it will be highly vetted by the team. So they will do some KYC, making sure that the project will be safe. But as for the investors, right, there's no need for them to do KYC. Obviously, with some other launchpad, you will need to do KYC in order for you to participate in the said pre-sale, right? And so with us, obviously, there's no need for KYC for investors or for participants, but we will require a future project to be listed on our launchpad to do KYC and make sure that the project will be safe for our community.
Okay, got it. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you so much. Over to you, man.
No worries.
For the
Appreciate that, Syed.
Thanks for the question, Syed. Let's move on to Aisha. You had a question for JP at Rocket Raccoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. So you're planning on having DAO voting to give voice to the Rocket Raccoon community. I was thinking, is the ROC token also a governance token, or you will be creating separate token for governance?
Uh, I'm sorry. I wasn't able to clearly hear you. If you could repeat that.
Yeah, sure. You are also planning on having DAO voting to give voice to the Rocket Raccoon community. I was
Yeah.
thinking, is the ROC token also a governance token, or you will be creating a separate token for the governance?
No, it will be ROC tokens.
Okay, understood. And users who are holding more ROC tokens as compared to others, will they have more voting power? How will that work?
As for the voting powers, for the formation of the DAO council, if you hold more tokens, ROC token, then definitely it'll allow you to have more voting rights. As for the specific on it, we haven't really provided all the details or concise details. So hopefully in the next following days, if someone would be asking us the same question, we'll be able to provide the answer. Or probably me, I wasn't really able to just get the direct details from Anderson and also from the other core team. So for now, I'll be parking that question. Then I can get back to you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you for answering.
All right. Thank you.
For the questions, Asia, let's move on to Western Beast. You got a question for JP at Rocket Raccoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Hi, JP. So, I'm on your
Mhm.
docs page, and I am seeing that you can swap tokens of any kind. Would you be verifying
Mhm.
this token before the person wants to swap them, or how would you go about that? And how will you deal with the rates? Would you be
Mhm.
using the rates from CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, or and how will you go about it?
Yeah. That's also good question. Well, as for the specific on how the rates would be applied, I'm not sure if we'll be using CoinGecko or CMC's index. It's For me, it's a little bit technical, but I would definitely ask the team about it. But yeah, as for your initial question on if you can swap any token, yeah, it acts as like a PCS router, right? So you can swap ROC to any tokens or any tokens to another token as well. So if it's like you're using Pancake Swap. But as for the rate, I would ask what kind of router, or if we're going to be using some other type of index to apply better rate. So for that specific question, I'll be parking that one as well. Then I'll be getting back to you.
Okay, okay. So, still on that, will the gas fee still be the same? We are swapping maybe a token for another token aside from the Rocket Raccoon token. For example, I'm swapping token A and against token B, and not token
Hmm.
A against Rocket Raccoon token. Will it be the same buy and sell tax or the gas
Yes,
fees?
yes, it will still be the same buy and sell tax as long as those tokens will be in the BSC space, BSC chain.
Okay, okay. So, my next question is about your lottery, and I see that the lottery will reset every 5 minutes to if someone can guess properly if BNB goes up or down. First, is it only the BNB
Mhm.
tokens that will be on the guest list, and will the person just need to guess if it goes up or down, or we need to guess it with a specific figure in mind?
For now, it will just be the BNB. That's what the team has in mind. As for, I'm sorry, what was the other question?
The other question was, would the person have to guess maybe right now BNB is 350 and then it's
Hmm.
about to go up to 352? Will I just have to guess, oh, BNB is going to go up and then I win? Or will I see BNB goes up by maybe plus $2, which makes it 352? How would the guessing go about?
Okay, so yeah, you won't have to guess it. I would say specific, like if it would go up to, let's say 252, and then if the BNB is 250, as long as you guess up, and if it goes up, and the timer runs out, then you'll definitely win that multiplier.
So is it winner takes all, or are they first
There,
person, first runner, second runner ups, or third runner ups?
for now, it will be there will be multiplier. Then there will be multiple rounds. Wherein for each round, obviously there will be some winners, and then winner takes all at the end of the round, or probably split the pot. So for now, we're thinking of doing multiple rounds. I would check with the team and see how many rounds would be. For each round that you guess it correctly, obviously the multiplier will also increase, and whenever participants who guess it correctly, then definitely those at the end of the or the final round, they'll be splitting the pot. For now, that would be the concept. But as for the specific details, yeah, I don't have it yet. Hopefully, I can provide it to you in the next following days.
JP. So I'm looking forward to having you guys having a follow-up if it will coins up. Then maybe we can discuss on more specific details as you come. Wishing you guys the best. Thanks a lot for answering my questions.
All right, appreciate those questions as well. Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks for the questions, Western Beast. Let's move on to Venice. You had a question for JP at Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, Glenn, thank you so much. Actually, I have my question for your prediction game as well. So, I was wondering how much time will be given to the people to place their predictions. I mean, will it be possible for users to place their predictions when the timer for a live session is about to end or near to 5 minutes? Or will there be any time for which people can change their decision before the timer ends?
Mm. Well, to be honest with you, I actually don't have the details with me as well in regards to the timer. I do believe that we've limited it to a certain time. So within that span of time, you can easily guess or make your decision unless the timer runs out, right? And then obviously, if the timer runs out, whatever you choose will be your final decision. So within this specific time frame, you can make some changes. But again, that is just a concept that they provided to me. Don't have it yet. We will be providing all of those details prior to the launch, so it'll be much clearer for our community and also potential investors who will be trying it out.
Okay, JP, understood. And one last thing I want to know, as I read on your white paper that by using the NFT profile system, people can join a team. So, which team you guys are referring to, and for what purposes it would be used?
Mm. That's also a good question. So, as I've said earlier, and the NFT that we're trying to build, it is an integral part in building our own ecosystem. This is what we've envisioned when we've started the project way back last year. It's just that we've stopped in doing the launch pad, but for now, we're making sure that we are able to build this ecosystem. So, for the NFT profile, it will be interconnected to some of the features that we have in our ecosystem, which is the P2E. Hopefully, that would be the plan, right? But as I've mentioned earlier, I don't have the final details yet. But yeah, it is all interconnected in our ecosystem. So if you do have the NFT, it's not just a way for you to get your profile up there, but also at the same time, you can also use it in other aspect of our project, which is to list it in marketplace and also use it in other features, hopefully in the P2E game. But again, I don't have the final details, so don't want to say anything final. Hopefully, we can provide you the concise information or details when it's about to launch.
Okay, JP, understood. That's really nice, and thank you so much for answering my question as well.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you for the questions, Venice. Unfortunately, we've run out of time today. It's been great speaking to JP as a great spokesperson for the Rocket Raccoon team and community. Yeah, so it's been really nice today for our investors to hear about the Rocket Raccoon. The fair launch is going to be in 2 days. You can check that out
Mhm.
on the website or go into the Telegram if you've got any questions after the AMA, because there's still a few hands up. But as we always say, welcome talks for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice, but you can check out the website, like I say, the white paper and the official socials there in our main chat. Thank you very much for coming today, JP. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, it's also my pleasure. And as I've said with my team, this should be the first place that we should do our AMA. I really respect you as a host and also your community. And so it is my pleasure to be able to do this AMA. And for those people who are listening right now, thank you so much